Okay, so want to talk AI. Get this, we just went deep on this interview with Imad Mustaq, leading voice in AI, and wow, this isn't like your regular tech news. This is societal reshaping within our lifetimes.
Hmm.
Forget robots taking over Hollywood. This is how AI redefines work, healthcare, even how we think. And it's happening faster than anyone predicted.
Yeah, what's wild here is we're not even just talking AI as a tool anymore. It's like a collaborator, teammate almost.
Right.
Hinod uses this analogy, really interesting. AI's like a whole continent of crazy, capable, like recent grads flooding the workforce.
Okay.
They might not have all the answers yet, but they're eager. They work for basically nothing, little electricity, and they're about to be everywhere.
It's like we found AI Atlantis just overflowing with new recruits. But okay, before we get ahead of ourselves,
Right.
what does Imad see happening? Like, why is this urgent for us to get now?
Well, he starts by basically saying, forget this being the far-off future, right? 100 billion AI agents already out there. Costs are dropping so fast that today's tech, stone tools, soon, imagine a world, more AI agents than people, specializing in everything, customer service to, well, almost anything a college grad could do.
Okay, I gotta be honest, that's cool, but also kind of intimidating.
Right.
Like, what happens when your potential employees outnumber humanity? And what even is an AI agent here?
He's talking about systems that interact with the world, process info, make decisions, even learn and adapt.
Okay.
It's like, picture your digital assistant, but not just on your phone. It's handling tasks, analyzing data, making presentations, writing marketing stuff, even composing music. And that's just the start.
So we got these AI grads work for pennies, basically, but where's the money come from then?
Right.
If they're doing jobs we used to get paid for, how does that impact the whole economy?
Million-dollar question, right? This gets to why Imad thinks we might be heading towards a post-capitalist society.
Okay.
It's big picture stuff, but basically an economy not driven primarily by profit anymore. Like, imagine AI's productivity frees us from traditional work. We focus on passions, fulfillment, things that help everyone. That's one outcome of what he calls post-capitalist.
That is a radical shift, I gotta say.
Yeah.
But I mean, more time for passions does sound nice.
Right.
But we need whole new economic models for that so everyone benefits, not just like the AI overlords or something.
Absolutely. And Imad doesn't shy away from that. He's upfront that 300 million full-time jobs are at risk from AI doing them.
Wow.
But here's the thing. He also predicts 97 million new jobs just by 2025. Like, think about the car being invented. It was bad for carriage makers, sure, but then you got whole industries around building, selling, fixing cars.
So it's not robots take jobs, it's figure out where things are going and adapt, right?
Exactly.
He uses this term AI native for people who will thrive in this. What does that even mean, though?
It's not just coding. It's knowing how to work with AI no matter your field. Like a doctor using AI to read scans, diagnose better, make personalized treatment plans, or an architect designing buildings that are way more efficient, resilient, because the AI helps them see what's possible.
So not replacing, more like partnering, like Imad's Centaur thing, stronger together.
Exactly. And that's where it gets really interesting. What if AI unlocks new human potential, where we're not just next to these machines, but merging our abilities somehow?
Okay, now we're getting into some serious sci-fi territory. Merging with machines. I'm both fascinated and terrified. But before we go down that rabbit hole, let's shift gears a bit. What about AI on a more personal level? Like, how does this impact our day-to-day lives?
Take healthcare, for example. Imagine you're trying to understand a complicated diagnosis, right?
Yeah.
Or you feel rushed at the doctor's office.
Yeah, in there.
Imad's saying AI doctors are going to be normal soon, taking in tons of data, way more than we can, giving better, more personalized care.
Okay.
Even surgery can be done by robots sharing, like, millions of operations worth of experience.
Hold on, robot surgeons sharing knowledge from millions of procedures. That's cool, but also kind of freaks me out a bit. Like, it's the best surgeon ever, but it's a machine.
And that's the thing, right? It gets to that fear we have about AI, that it's missing the empathy, that human touch, especially in healthcare.
Totally. So how do we balance the benefits with that worry of losing what makes it human?
Imad's point is AI, at least for now, it's best at helping us, not replacing us entirely.
Okay.
So think, AI analyzes your genes, your lifestyle, makes a custom health plan just for you to, like, prevent problems before they happen. No human doctor has time for that, not for every patient.
That makes sense. Not replacing, but giving him better tools, which helps us in the end.
Exactly. And this goes to one of Imad's big points. The real danger with AI isn't the movie stuff.
No robot uprising. That's a relief.
Yeah, right. It's more subtle, but scarier. He says, imagine 10 billion robots all get the same bad update.
Oh.
One flaw
Yeah.
across the whole network instantly.
Okay, that's a chilling thought. Like a global virus, but with way higher stakes.
Exactly. So he says international cooperation on how we develop, how we control AI. Not just a nice idea. It's essential to avoid disaster.
Building it responsibly, not just building it.
Right. But then, how do we make sure AI helps everyone, not just a few? Especially with something this powerful.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Imad's for democratize AI, meaning open source models, especially for crucial stuff like healthcare, available to everyone.
Okay.
He's worried about bias, about control, highlighting how easily these systems can be, manipulated.
So it's not just the tech, it's who's got their hands on it.
Exactly. And this goes to something else really interesting Imad brings up. He wonders, could AIs themselves become like corporations? With rights? Participating in the economy alongside us?
AI corporations.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay, we're getting out there. What would that even look like?
Think about it. AI is not just a tool, but an economic force on its own.
Oh.
Owning things, making deals, even maybe hiring us for things that need that, well, human touch.
Wild. But if they can do almost any job, why not own the company, right? It's like we're on the edge of this whole new economic system where even what work is, what wealth is, could be totally different. But before we get too far down that road, you mentioned Imad's vision of a post-capitalist society.
Right.
It's intriguing, but what does that actually look like, in real life?
Well, it's theoretical, right? But he's suggesting instead of GDP being how we measure progress, it's happiness, well-being, even like reducing suffering. AI doing most of the work, taking care of our basic needs, which frees us up for, I don't know, learning, being creative, just spending time with people we care about.
So instead of the rat race, it's, what, a world of philosophers and artists? Sounds nice, but is it actually possible?
Right.
And how do we make sure everyone gets those benefits, not just like the lucky few?
$1 million question again, no easy answers. Imad really stresses designing AI with our values in mind from the start.
Right.
Fairness, transparency, sustainability,
Yeah.
making sure it serves us, not the other way around.
Like we're building the foundation of a whole new society. Got to get those values right.
Exactly. And that's why this conversation's so important. We're going to be thinking about this stuff now while it's still early.
Yeah.
Imad's not trying to predict the future. He's saying, hey, we've got the power to shape it.
So where does that leave us after this deep dive into AI and how it could change everything? What do we do with all this?
I think, for one, stay informed, stay engaged. Don't tune this stuff out because it gets complicated.
Yeah.
The future of AI, it's being decided right now. And it's on us to make sure it's a future we actually want.
I like that. So as you go about your day-to-day, think about this. How's AI already in your life, and how do you see it changing things even in the next few years? What role do you want to play in all this? Because the choices we make now, those are what build the world of tomorrow, and that's a future worth thinking about, right?